Hi guys and welcome back to another video on the wrestling with real Daniel and in this video today I'm going to talk to you about my mixed thoughts on Sami Zayn and Finn Bálor being announced for SummerSlam. So just a quick disclaimer, both Sami Zayn and Finn Balor are two of my favourites. Are two of my favourites currently on the roster. They're both fantastic wrestlers. Both have had similar paths to get to this point. Both NXT Black and Gold alumni. Both guys are in their forties, and both have had a very short world title reigns. So to start us off, guys, as to why I have mixed thoughts. Firstly, I think the match will be a really good match, right? It's a number one contendership match. The next in line faces the winner faces either Cody Rhodes or CM Punk, whoever wins that match for the WWE title. And I have to actually say, hey guys, both could do with the win. Here you have Sami Zayn, who's just come off such short, um, such a short title run, and never even lasted like a full week as champion. Um, he's been kinda turned into this sort of decades version of X Pac now in terms of his constant moaning about certain things. He always tries to sneak in the back door to get another title shot. He's held the US belt recently as well. He lost that to Trick Williams. He beat um he, he beat Rhodes and Gunther in the triple threat at Night of Champions. Lost and Chicago on the Raw to CM Punk, so he could probably do the bit in his own right. But to be honest, guys, I think they've kinda dropped the ball with um Zayn a bit in recent years. He hasn't been quite the same since the Bloodline storyline, and it's not his fault, all because he was doing an exceptional job. They went with Rhodes to be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns, and yeah, and I just felt as though his very short world title reign was just to kind of strengthen Syrian and Saudi relations um they formed like this trade agreement or whatever it is. Obviously, Zayn being of Syrian heritage as well, probably kind of factored into into something like that. And it was just really shallow. This is like a eye that was pretty much integral to one of your biggest ever storylines. He even put over Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania just before that storyline started. And for him is to only win it and then drop it to Punk is because um just because Rob is in Chicago weeks back was a bit of a slap in the face for him basically. I know that he probably won't see it, but in terms of being a Sami Zayn fan, I kind of felt insult, insulted that it was a short run. Now on to Finn Balor. Finn Balor has also been kind of lost in the shuffle a bit the past couple of years, ever since Damien Priest and Rhea Ripley were kicked out of the Judgment Day. You thought, right, this was going to be Balor's time to actually um get into more world title matches uh, um after he gets kicked out, and he did have the program of CM Punk that I thought was good, but um, but in previous years, he was just basically a go-between for Gunther to tap out on Raw. He was there to put over Austin Theory during his United States title run. That so Theory won the US belt off of a few years ago. He loses most of the big matches he's in now. He kind of floats between the IC belt, the US belt, and the tag belts. He's never really got back to that level, which is surprising because he was one of Triple H's but I can go in event NXT guys. He had that second NXT title on an NXT during lockdown. You don't really count the NXT title as a heavyweight championship as it's a um developmental belt um and yeah, and basically the match he had with Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania recently was a non-title match. Dom, the Dom was and is still um Triple A Mega Champion, so the belt wasn't even on the line in that match. Of course, Bálor goes over into that match, but in terms of big sort of quality main event matches, Bálor always gets beat. And I, it's been a while since SummerSlam 2016 since he won the Universal Soul Championship. Remember all of that god awful red version that was unveiled for Raw all during the Bra and Split in 2016. He beat Seth Rollins in the final at SummerSlam 2016. However, he was injured in that same match. He had to vacate the championship the next night on the Raw, and ever since he's kind of bounced around the IC belt, the US belt, and he's had a couple of tag title reigns with Damien Priest, when Priest is still in the Judgment Day, and um he's had a couple of JD McDonough as well, who he trained in real life when he was still in the Judgment Day, but he's never really got back to the main event scene. Even Gunther said um, on Friday night's episode of Smackdown, you've never got back to where you were 2016's a long time ago. So they're cognizant of the fact that both me and, as I've said, are in their 40s. Both can still wrestle, and both will have a hell of a match for the number one contendership. Sadly, though, one of them's got to again take the pin following a big match situation, and because I think Zayn um and because Zayn's come off holding the belt, I think he'll go over Aaron Finn because it would just make Zayn look more foolish if he if he doesn't go over or in a match. Equally, though, it's about time, but I'll get one more on because he was having killer matches in the Judgment Day. The two matches he had were of Punk earlier on in the year. The one in Belfast, I prefer um over the match at Elimination Chamber in Chicago. I prefer the match on Raw or it followed by Hector or not to say that the match at Chamber was bad, it was personal preference. So what more is Finn Balor got to do? And I am excited for the match. Um, it'll be a Nick, an in-ring Nick. You've got the former member of the Artist Collective against the former Judgment Day and Bullet Club member. Both have held the NXT Tag Championship. Both have held the IC and US belts, tag belts, and had very short reigns as champion. Bauer with the old Universal title, and Sami Zayn with the um, so-called undisputed title, even although it's not an undisputed title when you've got a World Heavyweight Championship currently being held by Roman Reigns, but that's a different issue. Um, I re I think it'll be a good match, but like having this step of being number one contender, could that could that not have been on a Smackdown anyway? They could do that as a commercial free main event or something. I don't know. I know pay-per-views in the past have had the number one contendership matches, but as I've said, it's a preliminary match, so it's kind of weird having that actually on the show, if you know what I mean. Not that I think it'll be a bad match. It'll be quite the opposite, but again, it's this idea that somebody's got to take the fall. And Bálor's proved himself time and again, but also shows Zayn and the two careers are both for ads of mirrored each other, and it's actually kind of scary how much they have. But yeah, I have mixed thoughts, but I'm looking forward to the match. Still no confirmation of still no confirmation of what each match is. There's 18 matches, but that'll be the spares between the two nights. That'll be the every dip, I should say. So yeah, that's still to be determined. I expect this one to be on the Saturday because, as I said, it's a preliminary match. So yeah, I expect this to maybe even open the show opener because you've got Lesnar and over Femi in the Hell in the Cell. You've got the women's ladder match, and you've got a whole host of other matches. I suspect this one will probably be on the card to the whistle and the appetite of the fans. But yeah, that are in attendance. But yeah, guys, my next thoughts on Zayn versus Bálor number one contendership. I have mixed thoughts on the announcement. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos, and hit the bell to get notifications. I've been wrestling reviewed the annual, and this has been my 2 cents on this topic. Thanks for tuning into all my videos, and I'll see you all in the next one very soon. Not sure what that'll be because of my time commitments and whatnot. But yeah, I'll let you know via my X account and stuff. And I'll see you all very soon.